Okay.
Welcome to the Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and welcome to the Actor's Choice. Roll it, Tony.
Across the strings, you've come tonight to hear me sing. You might have heard my song on the radio.
Seen one of two songs recently released by our two guests today, producer, director, Pepper J, and also producer, director, songwriter, and singer, John Michael Ferrari, called Immerse Yourself in Music. Nice title. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to take just a moment before we go any further to go back in time when I first met Pepper and John, who both gave yours truly a chance to learn how to be in this business. So anytime I get a chance to have them here on the Actor's Choice, I certainly sincerely thank them. I remember John as the producer for Pepper J and Side Beat Music. And then there was Pepper and John, both in the program, Actors Entertainment Program, a TV series that had, can you dig this? 1,434 episodes. That is an activity called Actors Entertainment. We had a lot of fun back there, okay? So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Pepper J, John Michael Ferrari. Welcome, guys and girls. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Like I said, everything you guys.
Good morning.
Good
Morning. Good
Morning.
Glad to see the both.
Happy to be here.
Hey. Back to Immerse Yourself in Music. Tell us what that record was made by and what it means.
I think you might be referring to his recent release, Music with You.
Yeah, yes, that'd be it.
Oh, okay, yes. That was not the most recent release, but that was the most recent release with John singing. And it's a beautiful pop crossover country song. John, tell them how you came to Music with You.
Well, the current song, Music with You, actually was elicited by one day driving down the road to a job that I was going to perform at. And one of my songs came on the radio. And the song was about a particular girl that was used to be in my life. And I have felt how grateful to not only just be reminded about her, but my song on the radio. And then that night when I went to the job and I was performing, I was thinking how grateful I am to be here in this opportunity to perform and sing in front of all these people. And that's how the song became I Want a Music with You.
Yeah, so the title is Music with You, and it's already hit 2 radio charts. I'm so thrilled. One was a country chart and one was a pop chart.
Wow. How many songs do you have, John? How many?
Well, right now we have published maybe 50.
Repeat that again.
I think out in the world we have mastered and released, I think, almost 40-some songs. Whoa. We have another album about ready to be released in 2024.
That's a
and, you know, John is a songwriter, not just for him to sing. More recently, we released a song called Working My Way to Nashville that Ray Ligon, Ligon, sings. And we're very proud of that song also.
Okay, we'll come back to that in just a moment. I heard you said on the radio because that's where it's at, right?
Yeah, it's real nice. He has, not only does he have radio play all across the United States, but internationally. Australia, several different cities in Australia, New Zealand, all over Europe, particularly Western Europe and Northern Europe. it's been a wonderful, amazing ride.
Okay. Now, I understand that you have a Nevada radio station, 97.7 FM, has asked you to create a radio Cyrus called Songwriter's Perspective. Tell us about that, please. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it is. They gave us this opportunity. They liked my music. And they thought, well, why don't you create a show? And they said, create it about anything you want to do, a half-hour show. And so we thought about it, and we came up with this format that we would bring aboard some of the top artists, independent artists that are happening right now, and Pepper would do the interview, and then we would highlight a couple other top artists, and I would tell my stories about my time getting started in this business and some of the roadblocks that I found and how I overcame them. And then I would play one of my songs at the end of the show. And we just followed that same format, and it became very popular. We did 12 episodes.
So far, 12. We limit it to singer-songwriters.
Okay.
So we limit it to interviewing and playing music that they either wrote or they co-wrote and then professionally had recorded. It's been a fabulous. They just re-upped for another 12 episodes, and we're about ready to interview Alan Paul from Manhattan Transfer. And it just seems like everybody comes out of the woodwork and wants to be on John Michael Ferrari's show, Songwriter's Perspective. And even though it's only on radio in Nevada, you can hear the shows at godfather.media. And then after it airs, they allow us to put it on John's YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and search for John Michael Ferrari, you'll see 12 episodes of Songwriter's Perspective.
And then the radio show, it's nice to have your songs actually played on an FM station. And that's why we wanted to give other aspiring songwriters the same opportunity to get on the radio station. And also what they did is they started running billboards down Las Vegas Boulevard.
Ron, I have to tell you, this is so weird. We went down to Vegas, and there's this truck, a radio station truck, and it's pulling a trailer with a huge picture of John Michael Ferrari.
Whoa.
And talking to the radio station, and it's got his name on it and his picture and a QR code. And they're going up and down the strip, and they're going up and around Fremont, and we're just can't believe this is happening to us. It was just, wow, they just fell in love with his music and are using it to their full advantage.
And all the people I owe money to know where to find me now.
Well, that's what you get, John, for being a star. You know what I mean, buddy? Okay, got just a few more moments. You are now working in the studios in Nashville. You made that decision to do that. Tell us about it and what's coming out of it.
Well, we were interested. Well, it was Pepper's idea, writing songs, and said, well, we need to go to Nashville record. So then we had to think about, well, what studio? I mean, there's a lot of studios there. So we were just checking out different studios until we found the right one. And one day I was surfing the internet, and I found this one guy talking about how the process of recording artists, and I liked the guy.
His name is Larry Beard, Beard, and we've recorded now 3 full albums and a few extra singles at Larry Beard's music group in Nashville. It's been a fabulous experience, Ron.
And it's quite an experience to know how they do it. Now we're more familiar with how it's done in Nashville because we've recorded 3 CDs there. And the process for anybody wanting to do their songs, I mean, you can find any studio, but we were looking for not only that they had the technique and used the top musicians, but the friendliness and the welcomeness and how much they appreciate us being there. And that was a big part of it. You know, when you walk into a business, you know, if they show their appreciation, it makes you feel good, it makes you feel confident. And every step of the way, you know, if we had a question, they take care of it. When we're recording, when we're tracking, Pepper's there and talking to the musicians, talking to the session leader, and if you get a chance to listen to any of the music, it's top quality, top production quality.
And I might just add, you know, John's received over a dozen awards over the last 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that I think I am most proud of is one of our songs, Masquerading in the Night, won 2022 Best Song Production out of all indie artists internationally. So that was quite an accolade. And it just goes to show you how well they put things together at the Larry Beard Studio.
Okay. We got just a few more minutes. The words "Working Way to Nashville." A guy by the name of Ray Ligon. Can you talk about that, please? Who made that?
Well, so we met Ray.
Yeah, that's good.
We met Ray at one of what they were called. They're called Writers' Rounds. And John was there and met Ray. We really liked him a lot. And everybody co-writes there. And John had written this song, Working My Way to Nashville, about 5 years ago. And it wasn't quite finished. And then he said, well, you finish it. And then I kind of finished it. But I didn't feel it was quite finished. But I thought, John, let's give this song to Ray Ligon. He can round out the music and perform it. And that's what happened. And it really turned out well, don't you think, John?
Yeah, it was exceptional. Yeah.
Well, guess what? We just happen to have a copy of that. Tony, would you roll that, please?
Working my way to Nashville, looking for a ride. Been at this truck stop a week now, washing dishes on the side. Pushed off from Vegas with my suitcase and guitar. Broke down in Memphis.
Beautiful. When is the rest of the album going to come out?
The rest of the album is called I Keep Dreaming. It's scheduled for February of 24. Music with You was the first single from that album. And then we'll be releasing Who's That Girl, which is another single from that album. We'll be releasing it in about a month. And that's the way these days. Instead of just releasing an album, you release 2 or 3 singles, and then you release the whole album. So that's our schedule at this time.
And it usually takes about a year for your full album to be released out there, which is an interesting way of doing it, but that's how they do it now.
Got you.
Used to be they just release the whole album, but
yes,
they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, got you. Pepper, I understand that you created those videos that we just saw?
Yes, I did. I asked Ray Ligon to hire a photographer, which he did in Nashville, and so I used those pictures. I gathered the rest of the pictures and the videos, and of course, regarding John's video, since it's talking about music with you, the audience, and his relationship and appreciation for the audience, I just used a bunch of footage from him performing, and it was a really fun video to make. I'm glad your viewers hope they enjoy it.
We got time for one more question. That is, how is Puppy?
Little puppy, yeah.
Yeah, Jazz is doing fine. Jazz has a sister now called Zoe. So the 2 dogs have a run of the 5-acre ranch.
Yeah, they have the run, yeah.
And we still have the old cat Momo, who's 16, and they hang with her. And I wish you would come here, Ron. How many times have I invited you? I don't have enough fingers to count.
I know that. I know, but the time frames between school and other stuff, I don't get a chance to get out that much. But I haven't forgot it.
Here. Oh, good. So nice to chat with you, sweetheart.
Well, lots have happened since we're in LA shooting all those actually reporter shows. Because back then I really wasn't doing that much music, and most people didn't even know that I was into music.
Right.
Because that's not what I was doing. And I took a hiatus years. But when we moved out of LA and came to Pahrump, Pepper said, "Here's a good time to start working on your music because there's nothing to do out here."
Oh, goodness. Like I said, always, I mean, always.
I did.
Yes.
So
Pepper John, you two are something else.
I just want to add one thing. I'm running
Yes,
out
ma'am.
of time. We're selling the whole Actors Reporter, Actors Radio, Actors Entertainment. It comes with about 15 different wonderful websites, a lot of content, a lot of trademarks. So if anybody's interested in purchasing a really what is a network, please have them contact Ron Brewington and reach out to him, and he'll connect us up.
Okay, sounds good for me. And you and them and there. Outstanding. Outstanding. Like I said, always, Pep and John, you two are something else. Professionals is what you are. Keep on keeping on. I can't wait to see you again.
Oh,
Pepper and John. Definitely. Ladies
thank
and
you for
gentlemen.
having us on your show.
Wouldn't happen any
Thank
other
you,
way.
Ron.
Well, thank you. The same to you. Pepper John and John Michael Ferrari. This is the Actors Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Roll it, Tony. We'd like to let you know that we're asking the Actors Choice Squad to help us get former baseball player Curt Flood into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Now, Curt passed away January 20th, 1997, husband of one of our wonderful guests, renowned actress Judy Pace. All you got to do is give us a call and contact the TAC office at 213-349-3941. It's 213-349-3941. Ladies and gentlemen, we sincerely thank each and every one of you for your being a part of this magnificent award for a great baseball player. Roll it, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to get in a broadcast? Do you? Well, I've asked this a very important question, and that's what I say. Ever thought about getting into broadcasting? Money is good. You meet a lot of people. You go to different places, just a start. I want to tell you about a class very quickly that I teach over at Santa Monica College online. We've been there for over 20 years, and we can offer you the skills of broadcasting, announcing, and production. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, how bad do you want to get into broadcasting? Okay, think about it. Call me at 323-533-1036. That's 323-533-1036. I say thank you. Roll it, Tony.
So the Metro Court has an exclusive with crusted chocolate. Yes, we lay them out on the pillows every night. You can't get them anywhere else in town. Gotta love a 4-star hotel. What about the other thing I asked you to look into? Only one guest checked in with a foreign passport in the past few days. In there. Good work, Talia. Except for one problem. You said you were looking for a woman. This guest registered as a Frederick Odell. Okay, one step at a time. Thanks. Oh, and another thing that seemed kind of strange. Mr. Odell checked in, but none of the staff recalls.
Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest today is an award-winning short film producer, actress, and talk show host. When you read her bio, hey, you get an excellent mixture of work being added to Young the Restless, to Journey, to All My Children, and General Hospital, and many, many others. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Millena Gay. Good greetings, Millena, and welcome back to the Actors Choice. You've been here once before.
Yes, I have. Thank you so much, Ron. I can't believe it's been almost a year.
Oh, yeah. about time for every year we roll back again.
I mean, time just goes by so quickly. I don't know
when you're having fun.
When you're having fun.
Yes.
Exactly. That's what I've been doing, having fun.
Right. So tell us, where were you born, madam?
I was born in Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
Excuse me? Did you say Upper Maryland?
Upper Marlboro, Prince George's County, Maryland. The Prince George's County, Maryland, and Upper Marlboro. No, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. And you know what I'm talking about, because that's where I got my first time I got married. I did it in church, right? And not in the building there, in Upper Marlboro Courthouse. It brings me back many memories of the entire area, including Annapolis, Maryland. I have a son that lives in Salisbury, Maryland. As they say, Maryland, my Maryland. Quite a
Maryland, my Maryland. You know what? I miss it. I miss it so bad. I had to order some mambo sauce off of Amazon.
Did you now? Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
It's not the same, but it's.
Right. All right. What made you get into acting?
What made me get into acting?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, actually, and actually, before I answer that question, I need to make a slight addendum to the introduction now. And I didn't realize it, that I'm actually an award-winning documentary producer as well. Yes, not just short films, but feature-length documentary. The documentary.
Right. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. On Ambassador, former retired Congresswoman Diane Watson. It's called Golden Hearted, narrated by David Glover. And the music supervisor is Howard Hewitt. And we just won the Audience Choice Award at the Marina Del Rey Film Festival. So now I am an award-winning documentarian.
Congratulations, hard work. They don't give those away. They don't give that away.
It was a year and a half journey, but I didn't do it on my own, and I couldn't have done it without my dear friend Noreen McClendon, without Christina Havis, without Jermaine Alexander, without a strong team, Frank Underwood, who wrote it. Like, I couldn't have done it without my wonderful dear friends who just rallied behind and said, let's do this because Diane deserves it. Gotcha. So we did it.
We got a picture of Diane. I'll show you in just a few minutes when it comes up. Becoming a director since you last spoke to me, huh?
Yes, I have. That's what I was also going to say. Well, I mean, you asked me what made me become an actress, right. And then I changed into a director. So what made me become an actress, actually, my mother, unknowingly, because I was on a path to becoming an international corporate attorney with a concentration on the Spanish-speaking countries and taking over my family's law firm. That was my intended path. But in between that, my mother insisted that I enter a beauty pageant, Miss Black World, Prince George's County, Maryland beauty pageant. And my talent, I was going to sing. One of my friends said, why don't you do something else, even though I can sing? I'm glad she said, try something else, because in that talent, that's when I learned my love of acting, because I did a Sojourner Truth speech. The speech that she gave at the 1852 National Women's Rights Convention. Yes. Even though women weren't supposed to be speaking at the Women's Rights Convention, she spoke. So at that, she gave a very powerful, impactful speech. And so I did a recreation of that speech. And so what it took because I'm actually an intellectual, I like contracts and spreadsheets, I'm such a nerd. And so I enjoyed the studying of it, the learning of it, because this was it before internet. So I had to go to the library and look in encyclopedias and all of that. And so just getting into character, I really loved it. And then the fact that I won, I was like, oh, I guess I'm good at it. So that's what actually was my initial catapult into the realm of acting. Then I moved to New York and got my first big break on One Life to Live.
So how'd you like New York?
I was there for 8.5 years. I love LA. Let's just say what I really liked about New York is that I could get in my car and drive home and see my beautiful, wonderful family. Yeah. Like I just miss them so much all the time. Hi, family that's watching me, Aunt Wanda and everybody. I could just get in my car and just, it's supposed to be 4 hours, but if I was really intense, 2 hours and 45 minutes, and I'm at home, home at mom and pop's. Right. But so I can't just do that now. Yeah. But New York was interesting. It had seasons, and people were a little bit meaner than they are in LA. But it's life, right?
It's a city so nice they named it twice. It's a city so pretty they call it New York City. I was born and raised in Harlem, so I had a little chance on that. Born and raised.
Born and raised. There you go.
Had a good time. 14. Hey, a lot of good years. I understand you just finished directing the film Something About Mother.
Yes, I did. And I'm so excited about it. Oh my gosh. This film, which was a brainchild, it was actually a mandate from God by my dear friend Noreen McClendon. And she wrote it and she got a grant to produce it. And she said, I want you to direct it. And I said, no. I'm not a director. I'm a producer. No. And she said, oh yeah, you're going to direct this. I'm like, I don't want to. She said, you have to direct it. And honestly, Ron, it was the best thing that ever could have happened, because in having to direct this film, I found my true calling and my passion. I found it. I mean, it's a perfect segue, but I didn't know, because I was pushing against it, kind of like Diane was pushing against going into politics, and most people push against what their true calling is. But once I started doing it, I mean, really getting into it, now understand that I've actually have the abilities and the skills from when I went to school at UCLA for producing. So I've taken the classes, I know how to do it, I know what to do. I just didn't I didn't feel that it was for me, but once I actually did it, I was like, Ron, this is my calling. This is it. So yes, it was wonderful. It was starring the lead character, the title character is Jane Kennedy.
The Jane Kennedy?
Jane Kennedy, I know. I wanted to be her when I was growing up. She's a beautiful, she was just an icon and still is an icon. So she's playing the title character. There's also Dawn Lewis is in it. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs is in it. There are Clavon McClendon is the lead character in it, as well as Candice Renee. Yes. And so it's a wonderful film. It's a 40-minute short film, and we're in the final stages of post-production, and it will be coming out very soon. So yes, and the other thing that really got me kind of liking it a little bit more is for Diane's documentary, you know who the narrator is, right?
Who?
Danny Glover.
Oh yes, of course.
So I had to get up to San Francisco where he is, and then go to the ADR, put together an ADR session so he could do the voiceover session. And so as I was directing Danny, I said, oh, wow, I think I like this. This is how it's supposed to be. So, Diane encouraged me to direct her documentary. Danny said I was good at it. Noreen forced me into directing this project. Wow. And I love it. And so now it's like, I love this. This is what I'm doing. It's my calling. And so, what I encourage everyone to do, and this is so, it's so important. It came to me the other night. I was awakened at 4:30 in the morning, and I said, okay, Lord, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do with this? It's 4:30 in the morning. I don't get up until like many hours later normally. And it came to, and it just as clear as day, as if it was standing right next to me. Go for what you know. Go back to UCLA. Go back to UCLA and learn everything there is to learn about your craft of directing. And so that is what I'm going to do starting in the fall. September 26th at 7 p.m. will be my first class at UCLA Extension, because this is what we're doing now. I love it. Directing. It is my path. It's my calling. And amen and amen. I'm just so grateful that I found it. And that's the next. So, I'm going to be a movie making, episodic TV directing. All right. Dynamo.
Well, I see you love to do them short films. You have what out of your 24 that you have? 7 of them short. You like to do short stuff.
Are there 7 of them already? Wow.
Yes, count it.
I just get asked to do, people ask me, they hire me to do projects, and I do. And I actually just had a meeting last week with a lovely lady named Lisa, who wants me to direct and produce a film about a place called Allensworth. And we had a lovely dinner meeting. And so we're in negotiations and talks about me actually doing that. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. You have some work that you did, Clarissa's Gift. Remember that one?
Clarissa's Gift. That was, yes, I produced that. Ova Babatunde directed it. That was quite interesting. We did that in 1 week.
1 week? Wow. Guess what? We got it on tape. Roll it, Tony.
You know what my grandma said?
Everything changes, baby. That's God's plan.
You know what my mom told me? There's 2 things you can't do with a closed hand and a closed heart.
You can never get.
Okay, we got just a few more minutes to get few questions in. You do some work inside of, you interview people. One place that you started out was the RMC studio. Remember that?
Yes, that was my 3rd talk show at RMC Studios, Manners and More, where I talk about etiquette for every day. Yes.
Okay. Because I started there. Now, you were out there 2013. I see that you've been out there for a long period of time. I got out there myself on December 7th, 2015. First guest was Ernest Harden.
Oh my gosh, Ernest was your first guest. So nice.
Yes. Tony, can you show us number 38 for just a second there? This is one that was interesting because this is where you met a lot of people here. Okay.
I did.
Okay, that's not the one I was thinking. Number 38. Okay, if you can. Okay, there it is. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's good and fine. Who is that lady right there? The lady in that nice outfit. Who is that?
I don't know.
All right. That is Diane Watson, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that don't know her, she has been around for a long, long time, and just want to thank them very much for what they've been able to do.
That's Diane. I can't see it. I can only see you,
yes.
Ron.
It's Golden. It's your film. Diane Watson, Golden. It says, I believe, Hearted. Yes.
Yes. Golden Hearted. That's the name of it. Golden Hearted. That's the 1 hour and 18-minute documentary.
Millena, we're out of time. We done ran out of time. 17 minutes go by just like that.
Again. You know what, Ron? I think next time I come back, I'm going to need to take up 2 guest spots. That's all right.
Take up 2 guest spots. No problem at all. I want to thank you for being here today. I got some good memories that you did with come and go. And thanks to your publicist, Marie White Lamel, for making your appearance possible here today. Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Ron. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be on your show, and congratulations, and thank you for all that you do. And Janice Smallwood McKenzie told me to tell you hello from a stranger.
Well, all right then. Ladies and gentlemen, Millena Gay. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. This is the Actors Shows. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Roll it. Okay, go on to the next one, if you will. We got a little problem here. Go right ahead. Roll it, Tony.
Hi, I'm Rhonda. Hey, I'm Rhonda.
My name is Rhonda Bankston.
This is Rhonda Bankston. What do you think a trap party is? Naked? You're a freak, huh? People were coming up to us, hugging us, talking to us. It was just amazing. It was like we were superstars.
That lady's dancing. When I saw it, I go, yes, round and round and round and round. Ladies and gentlemen, you've just seen my next guest today. She is a Renaissance woman, actress, singer, entrepreneur, and designer. And if that's not enough, she's CEO of Bankston Boutique. So without further ado, let's meet and greet Rhonda Bankston. Greetings, Rhonda, and welcome to the Actors Choice.
Thank you so much, Ron, for having me. I'm excited about being here.
Before we get started, please tell us where you were born.
I was born in Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Yes.
Goodness. When was the last time you were back home?
I was home for Mother's Day. My whole family is there. I went to see and spend time with my 89-year-old mom.
Oh, you only get one mama. That's what I tell people. Take care of mama. You only get one of them. Might have 1,000 fathers, but you only get one of them. Amen. I'm serious. And, you know, we all went through that. My mother passed me about 20 years ago, and she was here today, every day. She was quite a lady. Mothers are good people. That's who it is.
Yes, she is. She's quite a woman. She's the one who made me who I am today.
Amen. Amen.
And God's still working on me too.
All right. Yeah, we'll talk about that. So what made you get into performing actors in music? Tell us about that.
Well, when I was a child, always on a stage, singing in a church choir, school plays, and I always just sort of wanted to do my own thing, Ron. And, you know, in the South, in the 60s, 50s, 70s, you know, people don't see it as being a job. Right. But we watch television, we go to movies, we sing, we go to concerts. So I'm like, why not? So 22 years ago, I came to Los Angeles on a nursing contract. I'm a registered nurse, 32 years.
Get out of here.
Yes.
Nice thing to have in your pocket.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's how I got here.
Yes.
And Yes, and during this pandemic, it has blessed me enough that, you know, you have fear about doing a thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, this is what I love to do. God, you always got me. So let's do it. My last nursing job, I was a nurse case manager for homeless veterans here at a local VA.
Thank you. I'm a veteran. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your service. And one RN cannot service 6,000 people or service herself.
No, true.
So one day I just decided, you know, God, I'm gonna take this leap of faith. And that day that I jumped, got a phone call for a Super Bowl commercial, Sleep Number with Eric Dickerson. Okay. And it has been nonstop. The journey continues.
Wow. Wow. What kind of roles do you like to do?
You know what? I love comedic roles.
I was gonna say that.
But I'm naturally a nurturer, Ron. I get the mama roles, the auntie roles, the nurse roles. Done a lot of music videos. The highlight right now, I guess several highlights. Comedically, All Deaf Digital has me as a series regular for Dad's Jokes Elimination. It is hilarious. One episode even came out on this past Saturday. I play the librarian on about 8 episodes, and about 8 more, I play the HR director.
Okay.
It's very comedic. But then I have a serious side to me too, as well.
Okay.
I'm in a feature film that's on Amazon Prime that we are told that it may be up for awards. I play the role of Emma Bristing in the feature film Fragile Heart. Okay. It is amazing, amazing.
Right. Okay, Fragile Heart. Okay, all right. I've heard about Fragile Heart.
Yeah.
I just happen to have a cut of that movie. Tony, can you roll it, please?
Thank you.
You don't know me.
But I'm a liar and a thief, right? You know me?
No, I don't. Isn't that the point?
You always look so lost.
Because I am Emma. I am lost.
Train 933 now boarding.
It's more complicated than we can imagine. But he never stops loving us.
I don't know how to help.
You live at the train station and they're dead. Catch up, sis.
I know you're hurting just like me.
Yep, got it.
All right, Fragile Heart. There it is. Ooh, there it is. Ooh. Oh gosh. You know, it's amazing when you read your resume, my dear. You have gotten a lot of people need to do what you. I'm trying to say 5 things at once. Get other people to be like her. I see that you'd like to do stage work. Why is that?
I love theater, absolutely. And I want you on the front seat, Ron, the front row, hit stage play. We did it Easter weekend. Written, produced, and directed by Dominique Howard of Howard Productions. Okay. The name of the play is Tired. It's monologues of broken women. And if I tell you it was a phenomenal hit and sold out Easter weekend, that it will be back the last weekend in July at Theater 68 in North Hollywood. I want you there. I'm going to send you a link to the tickets.
All right, I appreciate that.
Oh, for sure. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Okay.
The actors are amazing. Very talented.
Yes, ma'am. You are very, very busy. I see every Saturday morning you do a show at 9 a.m. on the internet. You still doing that?
I do, but I'm told yesterday that it may turn into television. So we're going to see what happens. Wow, because I'm totally faith-based, totally about faith.
Indeed.
And this walk is only faith. So that's the goal.
Tell us about the show. What do you do? How do you guess you get? What do you do?
Let me tell you what I do to everybody from every walk of life. Everybody from nurses, doctors, actors, kids, domestic violence survivors, ministers, wives. Can talk to Ron because you got a story. Everybody has one.
Yeah, right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So we're taking like a break, maybe, to transition that to television.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Madam, you've been around a lot of well-known people. People like Marla Gibbs, Nia Long, as I call him, Elton John. Been around a lot of people.
Yes. Stevie Wonder, Nick Jonas.
Yes.
It's all a blessing. Never thought, you know how you think that you would do this, but you know, you will talk yourself out of a blessing if you don't believe it.
That's right.
I believe it.
Yes.
I believe it. I know it is happening.
I see that you did back in the day music videos.
And I still do. Yes. My favorite.
Okay.
Legendary Uncle Charlie Wilson from the Gap Band.
Yes.
You find Forever Valentine.
Yes.
I am the mother of the grown.
Wow.
Charlie Wilson, Forever Valentine. It's on YouTube. It is amazing. And that's like the #1 song that's played at weddings. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Tell people your secret to getting all these jobs. How do you do this?
You know what, Ron? I pray a lot. Every day at 4 a.m., I'm talking to God about meeting some amazing people, booking some gigs, praying for good health, good mind and strength. And God even showed me the ones that I shouldn't be involved in. Does that too. Yeah. So I book several things a day, but you have to stay in the grind and believe it. You have to believe in yourself.
Yes, yes.
And I believe in Rhonda Bankston.
Yes.
And wherever I can do, the more I say thank you, seems like God keeps blessing me. and I help other people. And it's not about me, Ron. It's about all of us, how we can all help each other.
Yes, Rhonda. Yes, yes, yes. You know, being around actors as you are and other people, I see words that they always say. Always ask an actor, what's next for you?
What's next?
I always do that.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I booked 2 things that I can't say right now, but I will be able to. I've always excuse me?
You talking about Bugsy?
Working on Bugsy. Oh my God. But if I tell you, how should I say it? I've always prayed to be a series regular. Okay. I always prayed to sit down with Tyler Perry. So can't say right now, but God is amazing. Amazing.
Did you say Tyler Perry?
I said Tyler Perry.
The Tyler Perry?
The Tyler Perry. I always only the one and only. The one and only. I can't say right now, but God is good. I always
that you can say anytime. You can say that anytime.
Viola Davis, some of my favorites. Yes. Viola Davis. Yes. Musically, Patti LaBelle, the icon Tina Turner. I loved her. And I love just acting, all genres of music, fashion, and all these things just make me just who I am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Rhonda, what advice would you give to people wanting to get into acting and music actors? What do you tell them?
First of all, I tell people, write your vision, write what you want, make it plain, present it to God, and just roll with it. And don't quit. Don't quit. Pace yourself. Because you know we want these things to happen right now.
Right
And
now.
that's what people think, that it happens right now, Ron, but it's in God's time. A lot of prayer, a lot of faith. Watch your energy. Watch the people you're around, because people will drain you. Your gifts will place you in front of great people. I'm telling you, it does. If you believe that, I believe it every day.
I can see you do, because you have done and are doing a lot of things. We call it things and stuff. You are doing a lot of it. You sing, you do this, you act. There's never enough around it. Never. That's beautiful.
Thank you. But it's like, we can't do this by ourselves.
No.
Thank you first for having me on your show. We're going to do something together.
Been waiting for it.
Yes. We're going to do something together.
Good,
and no hateration, no jealousy. That will get you nothing. And I tell people, God will make sure that your mail gets to you. He's going to get you your mail. He won't deliver Rhonda's mail to Ron. He won't.
What you think about this strike going on?
The strike has been a blessing. Let me tell you why. Creators never stop creating. But you really should look at what you pay people for all the hard work that they do. And a lot of independent filmmakers have come up, writers, directors. This pandemic is making people more bold and say, come on, I can do this thing. So for me, it has been a blessing. Because writers, directors, producers, casting agents know who they want in their projects. Yes. And it has increased my phone calls. It has increased my booking. So it has been a blessing.
All right. Ladies
now
and
we
gentlemen.
wanted to show up in our bank accounts today.
Yes.
Because things have gotten more expensive during this pandemic.
Indeed. It's still here. A lot of people don't understand it. It's still here.
Of course it is.
Put that mask back on again.
Yes. But we just keep praying. And I tell people, I'm single. I'm a hustler. So I pray that God gives me a good teammate.
That's it. Good. Well, Rhonda, I want to thank you for being here today. Thank you. We got to get you back so we can hear some more about your career. You made my day, madam. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Ron.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Rhonda Bankston. I want to thank our sponsors, Harvey Brandman, Photography is an Art, Ron Irwin's Lose Life, The Way to Lose Weight, Larry Buter's book To the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, State Farm agent Carla Green, and veteran actor Rob Breinstein's Actor Training School and Actors Space. Much thanks to our guest today, producer, director, editor, Pepper Jay, producer, director, singer, songwriter, John Michael Ferrari, award-winning film producer, actress, talk show host, Millena Gay, and actress, music artist, Rhonda Bankston. The Actor's Choice is a presentation of B&B Productions, Rudolph Brewington, president, and Sidney Chandler, executive producer. Special thanks to our ever-growing audience. Be well. I'm Ron Brewington. We'll see you again next time.